Welcome back to Beyond the Boardroom. I'm Janelle Kepker, owner partner of Global Management Partners. And today we're talking about something foundational to healthy governance, how boards and the executive office team work together.
And I'm Joanne Evenson, also partner at Global Management Partners. And a lot of people think of governance as a strict divide. The board oversees and the executive office executes. But strong organizations don't operate like separate camps. They operate as partners, each with distinct but complementary roles.
This idea comes up a lot. People ask, are we crossing lines? Are we stepping on toes?
Oh, exactly. But the best organizations recognize that boards bring strategy and direction, while the executive office brings execution and context. Both are accountable to the mission, and when the partnership works well, things run smoothly. When it doesn't, you see micromanagement, confusion, and even disengagement.
Those are very important aspects. And let's shift gears and talk about GMP's role.
GMP is an association management company, or commonly known as an AMC. Instead of hiring a full-time internal team, organizations partner with GMP to access skilled professionals, establish systems, and scalable resources. It's like having an entire operations backbone ready to go.
And one of the biggest benefits of the AMC model is the shared resources.
GMP supports multiple organizations, which means economies of scale, cross-organizational expertise, and reduced employment and compliance risk. This is especially valuable for volunteer-led nonprofit associations where time is limited and strategic focus is essential.
So here's the big takeaway.
The AMC model, or your partnership with GMP, frees you up as a board to focus on your strategy, the core mission of the organization, because operations are handled professionally by GMP. That's what enables the board to lead and not have to worry about day-to-day management.
And another important thing to note is that GMP doesn't govern. It's important to remember that governing is the board's job.
Well, exactly. GMP implements what the board approves and manages the daily operations that are just common with running the business of any association. That includes administrative and financial management, strategic planning support, and facilitating the board and committee work. We're essentially your professional executive office team executing the board's vision. Clear communication is a big part of why partnership works.
Definitely, this is a really important one. A best practice is that most board and staff communications flow through the chief executive. And the executive office team helps to support the board, the committees, but individual board members don't direct staff and the executive management team. This structure helps to keep authority and clarity intact.
But it still gives the board full access to the information and expertise they need, just without creating confusion about who's managing what.
And the split between direction and implementation is intentional.
Where the board focuses on mission, policy, strategy, and priorities, GMP handles operations, systems, reporting, and execution. This lets the board spend more time on strategy, reduces risk, and gives you access to the shared expertise and best practices. GMP knows associations, but we don't know necessarily, but we learn along the way the day-to-day work that you do as a member of your organization.
But partnership doesn't mean blending roles. Boundaries still matter.
Yeah, definitely. The board governs, sets strategy, approves policy, provides oversight, but the executive office manages. They run operations, programs, and day-to-day decisions. When boards dip into operational decisions, they usually mean well, but it slows progress and distracts from high-value governance work.
The strongest boards stay focused on the what and the why and trust our executive office team to handle the how. Now, does that mean boards should always be hands off? Not exactly.
Well, right. There are moments when it's appropriate for boards to lean in a bit more, like during executive transitions, which we very rarely have, but financial or reputational crises or major strategic shifts in the scope of work that the board wants to see achieved. The key is that the board steps in to stabilize but not take over the operations long term. This is really a good time when the partnership comes together and we work together on those solutions.
Here are our key takeaways. Let's recap, Joanne.
Well, the boards and the executive office are partners with distinct roles. Healthy boundaries prevent micromanagement. GMP provides the executive office, the systems, and scalability. The board sets direction, and GMP executive office implements. Shared resources reduce risk and increase efficiency.
And before we wrap up, here's something to consider.
What does productive partnership look like in your board meetings between the board and executive office and GMP? Because as you know, GMP has over 40 association professionals also supporting your organization. Think about your agendas, discussions, and decision making. When are boundaries clear or when do they need to be clarified? Where could the communication flow be better? It is GMP's strong goal to have long-standing partnerships with open and transparent communication and ensure that we are aligned with the scope of services as we move forward.
And we are very grateful for your partnership.